Hello everyone, and welcome to this quick guide on mastering the future perfect tense. This tense might sound intimidating, but trust me, it's simpler than you think. In just a few minutes, you'll be able to use it confidently in your everyday conversations. We use the future perfect tense to talk about actions that will be finished by a specific time in the future. Think of it as a way to peek into the future and see what will have been accomplished. This tense is incredibly useful for setting deadlines, making plans, and simply sounding more fluent and sophisticated in your English. So, whether you're a student, a professional, or simply someone who wants to improve their grammar, this guide is for you. Let's dive in. Before we jump into the grammar rules, let's first understand the concept of the future perfect tense. This tense is often used to describe actions that will be completed at some point in the future. It's a way to look ahead and see what will have been accomplished by a certain time. Imagine you're planning a surprise party for your friend's birthday next week. You and your friends are excited and have a lot of tasks to complete before the big day. You need to send out invitations, buy decorations, and prepare the food. You might say, by this time next week we will have decorated the house and baked the cake. This means that by the time your friend's birthday arrives, these tasks will already be finished. Notice how this sentence talks about actions, decorating, baking, that will be finished before a specific point in the future, your friend's birthday. This is the essence of the future perfect tense. It allows us to express that certain actions will be completed before a particular moment in the future. That's exactly what the future perfect tense does. It helps us express completed actions in the future. It's a useful tool for planning and organizing events, as it gives us a clear picture of what will be done by a certain time. It's like taking a snapshot of a moment in the future and seeing what has already happened. This can be particularly helpful in both personal and professional settings, where planning and foresight are crucial. This visual representation can help solidify the concept of completed actions in the future. By visualizing the timeline, we can better understand how the future perfect tense works and how it can be applied in various scenarios. Now that we have a basic understanding, let's move on to the structure of this tense. We'll explore how to form sentences using the future perfect tense and look at more examples to reinforce our learning. The future perfect tense follows a simple structure that's easy to remember. It's a tense that allows us to talk about actions that will be completed at some point in the future. Let's break it down step by step to understand it better. First, we have the person or thing performing the action. This is known as the subject of the sentence. Examples include pronouns like I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. Next, we add the helping verb that indicates the future tense. This is always the word will. It's a crucial part of the structure because it sets the action in the future. Following will, we have another helping verb, have. This verb is essential for forming the future perfect tense. It connects the future aspect with the completion of the action. Then, we use the past participle of the main verb. The past participle is a specific form of the verb, often ending in -ed for regular verbs, but it can vary for irregular verbs. Examples include finished, eaten, and gone. Finally, we can add any additional information to complete the sentence. This might include time expressions or objects of the verb. For example, we might specify when the action will be completed or what the action involves. Let's look at an example. I will have finished my work by 5 p.m. In this sentence, each part of the structure is clearly represented. I is the subject, the person performing the action. Will have are the helping verbs that indicate the future perfect tense. Finished is the past participle of the verb finish, showing the action that will be completed. My work by 5 p.m. provides the additional information specifying what will be finished and by when. Mastering this simple structure is key to forming correct future perfect sentences. It might seem a bit complex at first, but with practice, it becomes second nature. Once you've grasped this, you're well on your way to using this tense confidently. Remember, practice makes perfect, and soon you'll be able to use the future perfect tense effortlessly in your writing and speech. Now that you know the structure, let's explore some common situations where the future perfect tense comes in handy. I will have submitted my application by the end of the month. By this time next year, I will have traveled to Europe. She will have graduated from college before we get married. By next summer, we will have lived in this city for 5 years. As you can see, the future perfect tense is incredibly versatile and can be used in a variety of contexts. The more you practice using this tense, the more natural it will become in your everyday speech and writing. Remember, it's all about imagining a point in the future and looking back at what will have been accomplished by then. Section 5. Time expressions. Your trusty sidekicks. Time expressions are like best friends with the future perfect tense. They provide context and clarity, specifying the exact time by which an action will be completed. Here are some common time expressions used with the future perfect tense. By time, by tomorrow, by next week, by next year. In time period, in 2 hours, in 3 days, in a month. Before time event, before the meeting, before dinner, before you arrive. These time expressions act as signposts, guiding the listener or reader towards a clear understanding of when an action will be finished. Using them effectively will make your future perfect sentences even more precise and impactful. Section 6. Positive statements. Painting a picture of completion. Positive statements in the future perfect tense paint a vivid picture of accomplishments that will have taken place by a specific point in the future. They're like promises or predictions that are bound to come true. Here's how to form them. Examples. We will have finished painting the house by the weekend. She will have completed her master's degree by next summer. They will have arrived at the airport by the time you get there. These statements exude confidence and certainty, showcasing a future where goals are met and plans are executed flawlessly. Use them to express your future achievements and create a sense of accomplishment in your communication. Section 7. Negative statements. Highlighting what won't be done. While positive statements in the future perfect tense focus on accomplishments, negative statements highlight what won't be done by a specific point in the future. They're useful for managing expectations, setting boundaries, or simply stating facts. To form negative statements, simply add not after will. Examples. I will not have finished reading the book by tomorrow. They will not have arrived at the station by the time the train leaves. We will not have saved enough money for a down payment by next year. These statements can be helpful for communicating limitations, postponements, or simply acknowledging that certain tasks won't be completed within a given time frame. Use them strategically to convey information clearly and avoid any misunderstandings. Section 8. Questions with the future perfect tense. Questions in the future. Perfect tense are perfect for seeking confirmation about whether an action will be completed by a specific point in the future. They often start with will and follow this structure. Examples. Will you have finished your homework by dinner time? Will they have arrived at the hotel by the time the conference starts? Will we have saved enough money for a vacation by next summer? These questions invite a yes or no answer, providing clarity and ensuring everyone is on the same page regarding future plans and expectations. Use them to initiate conversations, gather information, and confirm details about future events. Section 9. Conclusion. Mastering the future perfect. This section is designed to wrap up everything we've covered and ensure you feel confident in using the future perfect tense. Congratulations on reaching the end of this quick guide on the future perfect tense. You've taken a significant step in mastering a complex yet incredibly useful aspect of English grammar. Throughout this guide, you've learned the structure, usage, and various forms of the future perfect tense. This knowledge equips you with a valuable tool to enhance your English fluency, making your communication more precise and effective. Remember, the future perfect tense is all about imagining a moment in the future and looking back at what will have been accomplished by then. It's a way to project yourself forward and reflect on your achievements. It's a powerful tool for expressing deadlines, making predictions, and simply sounding more confident and sophisticated in your communication. Whether you're discussing project timelines, forecasting future events, or just planning your personal goals, the future perfect tense can add clarity and depth to your statements. Don't be afraid to practice using it in your everyday conversations, writing, and grammar exercises. The more you practice, the more comfortable and natural it will become. Try incorporating it into your daily routine, whether you're speaking with friends, writing emails, or even journaling. The more you use it, the more natural it will become. Just like any other skill, proficiency comes with practice and repetition. Over time, you'll find that using the future perfect tense becomes second nature. So go out there and conquer the future perfect tense. Embrace the challenge and enjoy the process of mastering this advanced grammatical structure. Your efforts will pay off in the long run. Your future self will thank you for it. By investing time and effort now, you're setting yourself up for greater success and confidence in your English communication skills. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and watch as your proficiency grows.